She woke up, made tea, the mug warm in her hands as steam braided up past the window, and read a single page of a poem. Somehow, the rest of the day felt different.
Welcome to the Self-Care Cafe podcast. I'm Pami Parker. Pull up a chair and take a breath.
That small morning moment is what we're tasting today. The tiny, repeated choices that quietly show who we are and point toward where we might gently go next. I'm so glad to welcome Mira Saul, a value-centered behavioral coach who helps people translate gentle noticing into practical next steps. Mira, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Pami. I love that image. The steam, the poem, it already says so much. Tell us why you look at these small choices rather than waiting for one big sign.
Absolutely. Research shows small, frequent choices shape identity because they happen again and again. Habits and micro-decisions build a pattern you can read. What you reach for when you're tired, the words you use, the margins you protect. Those patterns are information, not judgments. And that waiting for a big sign trap, I've seen it keep people stuck for months.
Exactly. Instead of a single dramatic shift, small tweaks are reversible and kind. They let you test what feels true without putting your whole identity on the line. Can you give a few concrete patterns people notice? Sure. Time, attention, speech, and rest are surprisingly rich places to look. For time, do you clear your mornings for urgent tasks or protect them for yourself? For attention, does your evening end with the blue glow of a screen or with a short, quiet ritual? For speech, are you softening your ask or apologizing more than you mean to? For rest, do you allow a true pause or do you squeeze rest into later? The image of a phone glowing at midnight, so many tiny truths hide in that light. Yes, even a small habit, tucking hair behind your ear before you say no, can hint at how safe you feel setting boundaries. Before we try a short practice, a safety note. This is observational, not a deep therapy session. If you encounter intense grief or strong feelings, pause and consider reaching out to a friend or professional. This audit is meant to inform, not to unpack heavy trauma in one sitting. A helpful frame is be a friendly detective, not a judge. Okay, let's do a 3-minute choice audit you can do anywhere. Find a comfortable seat or soften your posture where you are. I'll guide you slowly. Ready? Take a slow breath in and let it go. Notice the body settling for a moment. Bring to mind the last couple of mornings, 2 or 3 small actions you repeated. Name them simply. I scrolled in bed, or I made tea and sat by the window. Let the images arrive without analysis. Now, widen your view to other tiny decisions from recent days. Who you text first, whether you accept an invitation by default, if you skip a walk because you tell yourself you're too busy. Notice one repeating choice, just one. If nothing leaps out, pick the smallest habit you can recall. When you have that pattern, ask, what might it be pointing to? A need for rest, connection, ease, control, or something else? Choose a single word that feels true. Rest, safety, connection. The first word is fine. Bring that word to your body. Notice any softening or tightening. Observe sensations without changing them. If something strong emerges, breathe into it and remind yourself, this is noticing, not fixing. Now imagine one tiny reversible next step that would honor that word. 2 minutes, not a lifetime. For rest, it might be placing your phone in another room for one evening. For connection, it could be sending a brief check-in to someone. Notice whether the idea feels like relief or pressure.
If pressure, make it smaller.
Take a final breath. If you like, tuck that tiny next step into your mind or jot it down. Thank yourself for noticing. This was curiosity, not correction. When you're ready, open your eyes.
That was simple and rich. Naming a pattern often lowers shame and gives you back choice. I felt that. Just 5 minutes and suddenly clarity appears. Mira, people worry this becomes another checklist. What's your short answer?
Start with permission to be imperfect. Pick the smallest possible step, pair it with a kind phrase. I'm experimenting, not failing, and make it reversible. If you need support, use the printable worksheet to track one try for a week or tell a friend.
That worksheet is on our site. Simple prompts, space to jot one tiny experiment, and how it felt.
Before we close, one tiny practice you can try tomorrow. Before your phone leaves airplane mode or your hands reach the screen, pause for 1 minute and intentionally choose one small act that aligns with how you want to feel. Sit with tea, step outside, or tell yourself one true sentence. Yes, 1 minute of intention anchors the day to you, not to reactivity.
If you enjoyed today's episode, visit selfcarecafepodcast.com/choice-audit to download the printable Choice Audit worksheet and a short guide for turning one insight into a tiny, reversible next step.
Mira, thank you for bringing such tender, practical clarity.
Thank you, Pami. And to everyone listening, be gentle with what you notice. Small choices are invitations, not verdicts.
Thank you for listening. Come as you are. Leave nourished.